You know how some objects, they just feel like they have a story to tell? I don't just mean their own history, but stories of people, of incredible journeys, of traditions that are literally woven right into their fibers. Well, today, we're going to dive into a fabric that does exactly that.
And this quote, it just nails it. It suggests that this fabric, called caput, isn't just a piece of material. It's a narrative. It's a whole story told in every single loop. So it makes you wonder, right?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? What is this story? To really get the modern brand CHAPUTS, we first have to unravel the ancient tale of the fabric it's named for.
Okay, let's start with the why. To really understand what makes this fabric so special, we've got to go way back. Back before machines and mass production, to a time when everything was made by hand and really meant something.
This timeline really maps out an incredible journey that spans centuries. It all starts in Central Asia with the nomadic Yoruk people. As they traveled and eventually settled in Anatolia, which is modern-day Turkey, this fabric became a huge part of their culture. And get this, it wasn't just for clothes. It became something deeply symbolic. People would actually tie little strips of it to tree branches to make wishes. I mean, that really speaks to a world where objects have a spirit, where a simple piece of cloth can carry a hope or a prayer. It just turned a simple textile into this vessel for tradition.
So, that's the ancient history. But how does that story carry on today? Let's jump into our next section and see exactly how this tradition is being kept alive.
And here's what's so cool. This isn't just some dusty old tradition. It is a living, breathing practice. The brand CHAPUTS isn't just making a product. They're creating a modern stage for these ancient stories. It gives us a direct line to the artisans and the amazing history of Anatolia.
So, how do they do it? Well, the whole process is just so beautifully simple and authentic. It all starts with really high-quality Turkish cotton. Then, in small villages, women artisans use the original, traditional setups to weave the fabric. We're not talking about a factory production line here. This is a craft that's been passed down from generation to generation, which means every single piece carries that handmade legacy.
Okay, so we've covered the why, the history, and the how, the process. Now let's get to the what. What is the modern version of this ancient caput fabric? Well, it's a product you might actually know by another name, the peshtimal.
Now, if you've never heard of a peshtimal, it's basically a traditional Turkish towel. You might have heard it called a hammam towel. And its whole design is rooted in being practical. It was perfect for the Turkish bath culture because it's super absorbent, but it also dries incredibly fast.
And this table just lays it all out, doesn't it? It shows exactly why this ancient design is so perfect for modern life. The CHAPUTS peshtimal is made from certified eco-friendly cotton, which makes it unbelievably soft. Because it's so lightweight, it dries in no time and is super versatile. I mean, you can totally see how that would have been essential for a nomadic lifestyle, right? And its absorbency makes it perfect for the bath or the beach. It's a design that has absolutely stood the test of time.
But wait, the story doesn't stop with towels. The very same principles of lightweight, eco-friendly design are woven into other products too.
Let's talk about the bathrobe, for example. We all know that classic, thick, bulky hotel robe. Well, CHAPUTS completely reimagines it. Because their robes are made from that same hammam towel material, they're incredibly lightweight and comfortable. You can actually pack one in a suitcase without it taking up all the room. It's a game changer.
And that same idea, that versatility, it's woven into their whole range. From bathrobes that are perfect for travel to these stylish throws that can add a touch of comfort to your living room. The core idea is always the same. Soft, breathable, multi-purpose products that are rooted in a beautiful tradition.
So let's just pull this all together. CHAPUTS is so much more than just a brand. It's really the modern chapter of an ancient story. It's a product handcrafted by women, which keeps the tradition alive. It's sustainable, pretty much by its very nature. And what you get are these modern, versatile items that carry that rich history in every single loop.
And all of this kind of leaves us with one final thought. We've just explored the story woven into this one specific fabric. But what about the objects you live with every day? What journeys have they been on? Whose hands made them? And what stories do they have to tell?